Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more RPG goodness. This time, it's Call of Cthulhu Starter Set. All you need to enjoy horror role-playing, brought to you by Mike Mason and friends. Again, it's Call of Cthulhu, the role-playing game, brought to you by Chaosium Incorporated. A world of mystery, horror, and adventure in a box. This starter set contains everything you need to start playing Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop role-playing game of mystery and horror. Players take on the role of investigators of mysteries, uncovering dark secrets, encountering strange monsters, and thwarting sinister cults. Together, you and your friends create and develop a story in which each of your characters plays a leading role, which could be foiling some dastardly plot or stopping horrors from beyond space and time. Role-playing gaming is a social pastime. Everyone works together in a team, each playing an investigator character. One player runs the game, the keeper of arcane lore, who referees the game and presents the story and adventure plots to the other players. Think of it a bit like acting in a drama, but where there isn't a script. Dice and the rules of the game determine the success or failure for your character's actions, all while you are prepared into dramatic and nerve-tingling situations. The emphasis is on having fun. This is an updated version, includes newly designed covers, technical errata, and new format investigator sheets. So what's inside the box? The adventures, all the good stuff that comes in the box, which we're about to get to in a minute. Retail value is $29.99. For more information about Chaosium and Chaosium Publications, please go to their website at www.chaosium.com. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not quite sure whether I am or I'm not. Anyway, retail value is $29.99. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. Got a little bit of a hole there. So hopefully it won't be too difficult. And there we go, right off the bat. Nice and easy shrink wrap for today. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. First off, right off the bat, you see your investigators going into a darkened church. Again, the artwork is fantastic. It really takes on the theme. And look at that face of horror. So you know what kind of board game you're getting into right off the bat when looking at the box. So right here, we got some information. So let's start with this. It says right off the bat, we should start here. It says, what's in the box? This box contains everything you need to start playing Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Inside, you'll find the following items. We're going to talk about that. Read me first. Okay, we don't need to read that. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's see what it says here. The books in the starter set are designed to be read in the order presented. So open book 1 first. You'll take part in a starter solo adventure called Alone Against the Flames, in which the character alone must investigate through a strange mystery. As you play through the solo adventure, you will be guided through creating an investigator character. Use one of the blank investigator sheets for this, or you can use any of the ready-made investigators also in this box. The choice is yours. Once you've completed Alone Against the Flames, you are ready to move on to book 2, where you'll be presented with the starter rules. Read through book 2 to build your understanding of Call of Cthulhu before moving on to book 3. When you feel ready, invite a friend or two to join you in a game. Book 3 contains 3 adventures. Start with Paper Chase, the first adventure in the book, which is designed to be played with 1 or 2 players in addition to yourself. Your players can either create investigator characters from scratch using the guide in book 2, or more quickly use the ready-made investigation or the investigators in the box. The other adventures in book 3 are designed for 2 or more players, so more of your friends can join in. Each adventure comes with guidance to help you become more familiar with running the game. Soon, you and your players will be enjoying the mysteries, thrills, and scares of Call of Cthulhu. So that's fantastic. And on the back, it tells you a little bit about the company. And if you need more information, go right there. All right, so let's take a look real quick. So we're not going to go, again, I'm not going to read through all these because it would take quite a bit of time, but we can go peruse to see what this is all about. So it says book 1, Alone Against the Flames. Again, I don't want to ruin anything. 40th anniversary. So this came out in 2021, I'm assuming. All right, the credits. Do you hear the Call of Cthulhu? Overview of the game, winners and losers, what the set includes. Then we go through examples of play, next steps. Again, the art depicts, horror themes, running around in the dark. Got a tomb here with a werewolf on top, and of course you are the investigator checking everything out. Alone Against the Flames. I'm not going to go into that because that's a module, so I don't want to ruin that for anybody. Moving on. Rather large. Wow. Even more. Okay, so book one is nothing more than a huge, huge module. Okay, just as it said. All right, excellent. So there you go. That's your book one. That's your solo adventure that you have. So it's book one, Alone Against the Flames. That's the solo book. So it looks like it has 270 parts to it, and there it says the end. So I'm not quite sure. I've never played a game of Call of Cthulhu. That's why I picked up this box set. So I wanted to figure out, you know, maybe we'll do some solo gaming or invite a couple friends over to try it out. But again, I guess I'm going to have to go through this solo adventure first because it looks like it's different than all the other role-playing games that I play. Okay, then we got the introductory rules. We can take a look at that once again. And we got the credits. What is Call of Cthulhu? Player roles, concepts of the games, the mythos behind it. Of course, fantastic artwork strewn throughout the entire, all the books itself, really capturing the feel of the investigation and the paranormal. Okay, creating your characteristics, secondary attributes. Going through here, you got step 3, occupation and skills, sample investigator occupations. Then we got skills that characters can have from anywhere from climbing to dodging to fighting to language to medicine, to pilot, to science, to throw. Step 4, your backstory of your character. Step 5, adding some final touches. Gives you a beautiful diagram of all the things that are important on your character sheet. So if we look at that a little bit closer, personal info, regular half-fifth, portrait characteristics, checkbox for successes, skill values, regular half and fifth, movement, build, dodge, damage bonus, and combat quick reference. Again, that's all going to be explained to you how to fill that out. Then you got the game system, skill rolls and difficulty levels, opposed skill rolls, levels of success from fail to regular success, hard success, and extreme success. Okay, the different kinds of dice you can get. Sanity is an important part and role of this game system. You got phobias, you got manias, bouts of madness table, insanity summary, you got combat, you got close combat, obviously, extreme damage, firearms, weapons and damage, fighting maneuvers, hit points, wound, and healing, outnumbered, other forms of damage table, reward of success, next steps, and a quick reference charts for half and fifth values. All right, excellent. And there you go. So that's how you set up your characters and create your own versus the ones that they have pre-made in the box. And then we have a huge tome here of all different modules, and they're all set up the same way, but I'll show you inside the book. Then you've got your introduction, preparing for play. This is the book, this is book 3. So this is the book that you'd go to. The first one is a solo. The second one is how to set up your own character. So the first one, you're using a pre-generated character. Second one, you're setting up your own character, or you could set up your own character first, read this. But they recommend that you use book 1 first and then jump into book 3, which has 3 pre-made modules in it for the system, which is actually a really, really good value, thinking that most modules are like, you know, 25, 30 bucks each. So this is pretty good. You got 3 of them in here. So you got your ready-made investigators. You've got Jesse Williams. You got Dr. Nevada Jones. You've got Lois Russo, Wentworth Avery, and you got Kiko Gain. Okay, there you go. And you got the paper chase is your first scenario, which again, I do not want to ruin anything or give away any secrets in that one. Scenario 2 is Edge of Darkness. Look at that cool artwork right there. Very, very cool. I gotta tell you, the artwork, I've always seen the, you know, people play Call of Cthulhu. I've always heard about the role-playing game. Or, you know, I have other games that deal with the Cthulhu mythos. And you know what? I figured why not give a shot at what started all, which is the role-playing game. So I figured, why not, right? And then we got the Edge of Darkness. Right? That's all the same module, right? Edge of Darkness, yep, Edge of Darkness. Again, I don't want to go into too much detail because I do not want to give away any information about the old module here, which is really cool. Then the characters modules. And the last one is Dead Man Stomp. Guy playing a trumpet in the graves. Got some ghoulish figures coming out. Somebody with a ring there. So maybe that ring has to do with something. Not sure. Going through, got Harlem. So this looks like time period, looks like it's anywhere from the 20s through maybe the 40s, early 50s. That's what I'm gathering right here. Okay, again, and then they're hawking off some of the new products that they have. A definitive role-playing game of mystery. Again, they have this. So right off the bat, anytime you pick up one of these starter sets, understand that it's just giving you a flavor as to what the game system is all about. There's, of course, the gigantic tome, which would be, you know, something around that, you know, $90, $100 range, which would be a book that has like 400 pages in it. That would be the core rulebook. These are just introductory. Get your feet wet, check it out, see whether or not you like this system, and then whether you want to make the investment into buying other modules, the core rulebook, or anything else that they have along with it. You also get a set of die in here. So this is good. Always good to have more dice. So let's see what kind of dice you have in there. Most game systems use the same kind of dice. So of course you got your D20. Very nice. They're engraved, so it's nice. Part of your percentile dice. So you have your D10, which is right here, and your percentile dice. If you roll this, starting with the blue, you know that that's an 18% that you would have scored. Roll it again. Blue always goes first. Again, it's a 74%. So there you go. Oh, not actually it was a 14% again. And then we got 3%. So these dice are rolling low. So I'm going to put those to the side. You also have another one here. You have another one that says your percentile dice on here as well. So it looks like you have two different ones. Yeah, I noticed that just perusing through it, you have a lot of percentiles in this game. So that's one thing I'm noticing. You can see why you have two of these in there. So you have two percentile dice, a blue one and a green one. You also have your regular standard D10, your D20, your D8, which is right there. 0 indicates not 0, but 10. So that's your 8. You have your D6. And of course, your D4 as well. So those are all the dice that are included in this game. Let's see what else we've got in here. You've got your pre-made character sheets again. So like I was saying, the time period, 1920. So it's very, very early. Jesse Williams, history student. Again, that's your core player sheet. Let's see what's on the back. So in the front, we understood right off the bat that we had here your name, occupation, birthplace, residence, pronoun, shelter, and your characteristics, strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence. I guess size that would be, I'm not sure. Your power, education, luck, sanity, magic points, hit points, POW. I'm not quite sure what that stands for, so I'm going to have to look that up in the book. Max sanity, temporary insanity, indefinite insanity, major wound, unconscious, dying. And then all the different skills that you can acquire throughout the game. Weapons, you're a brawler. Okay, there it is. So she's not someone who uses a weapon. So that's character 1. Character 2 would be right here. Kiko Kane, who we talked about already. They're all set the same way. But what I'm going to do this time is flip it over back. So you got my story, so you could write some notes in there about what you've been through, or just give a little background. And here's your backstory. Goes right here. Personal description, ideology and beliefs, significant people, meaningful locations, treasured possessions, your traits, injuries and scars, phobias and manias, arcane tomes and spells, encounters with strange entities, gear and positions, your wealth, fellow investigators, some other people that you know and have gone on investigations with, and quick reference rules right there in the bottom. Skill and character roles, wounds and healing. All right, so all of them again are set up the same way. Then you have one for Lois Russo as well. These are your pre-generated characters. You have another one here, which is Nevada Jones rather than Indiana Jones. Of course, you can see the similarity to them. And then, of course, you have Wentworth Avebury. Very cool. So there are your pre-generated. So you get 5 pre-generated characters. Then they give you a ton, which is really cool, of character sheets where you can create your own, and they're blank. So that's really cool too. So you get a bunch of these. You get like 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, they're back and front. So that's cool that they give you that as well. Help you on your way. And then some handouts, which are letters that you hand out at the beginning of the module. So you got 1. So it says, okay, so if you look on the corner over here it says handout edge 1, edge 2, edge 2, part 2, handout edge 2, part 3, and then we got here handout edge 2, part 4. Then these are different letters that are being handed out. Handout edge 3, part 1, and we'll take a look at them a little closer. This here is for handout edge 4, edge 5, so it looks like 7, stomp 1. Okay, so these stomp 2 handouts. So it looks like these are larger from what I'm basically looking at here. And again, I don't want to give, I'm keeping stuff to the side. I don't want to give away a lot of the information, but this is stuff that they give out during the modules. Again, to get your players ready for the game. So here we go. There's a letter. Again, I don't want to read it, so I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. You have 1 letter, you have another letter, 3rd letter, 4th letter, and they all can be part of the same letter. Nope, they're all different dates. So yes, they're all different dates. Looks like a journal entries down here. You got brutal murder at the docks, New Orleans Police Department. Office of the Medical Examiner, State of Louisiana. Again, Seeker of Wisdom. Another letter that comes out. More handouts from that letter. Some occult photos here. A business card, possibly. Another character. Again, a map. You've got some more letters. Another map. This one's for, it says here, farmhouse ground floor. So you got a farmhouse revisiting. Smallest paradise. Again, these are for all the different adventures. You got the old carriage. Oh, sorry, the old garage. Sorry about that. And the Trinity Cemetery. These will be probably all the locations that you'll be going to throughout your different investigations from the in your book 3, and from the letters are probably from book 1, but don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure, but that's a lot of stuff in the book or the box right off the bat. And then we have a map of Old Harlem in 1925. So again, the Cthulhu mythos, when playing with the roll call of Cthulhu, it ranges from a bunch of different years. So you might start off in 1925, but I believe it goes up into the 50s, it even goes into modern day. So depending on which version of the game you're playing, they have a lot of spin-offs from the same company, so you can check those out as well. So these are all kinds of, this is a really cool map that we got here from Central Park, Thomas Jefferson Park. Different things on here. They're all kind of really small in here, so you really can't pick up much of it. But again, it's a size of a paper, so it's probably a map to help guide your characters around during their investigation so they know which direction to head in New York. So there you have it. You have your pre-generated characters, your character sheets, you have your map of Harlem, you have a bunch of resources which are used for your different investigations or your different modules that they have in here. Don't forget, in book 3, there's 3 different adventures in there. Book 2 is Introduction to the Rules. Again, if you need the big tome, if you get into the game, again, this is a starter set, so it gives you a basic understanding of how the game is played, gives you a flavor for it, and if you want more, you're going to have to buy the regular core book, which is anywhere between $90 to $100. There's lots of different editions of it. I'm not sure what edition they're on now, but again, you could purchase that separately. So that's your introductory rules. And the first one is this, where you start off from the entire set, which tells you right there, which is book 1, Alone Against the Flame. So that's your starter module. It's a solo game play. So you kind of learn the system before you introduce other people. And of course, you get your box. As in your box, you also get your what's in the box little pamphlet here that tells you what to read first and how to go through the game step by step, or I should say the starter box. So this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of the role-playing game Call of Cthulhu Starter Set. All you need to enjoy horror role-playing, brought to you by Mike Mason and friends. Of course, this is the Call of Cthulhu 40th Anniversary box, brought to you by Chasium. I guess that's how you're going to say it. Again, for more information, go to www.chasium.com. Again, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I apologize to my viewers. It was not done intentionally. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, you could always hit that like button and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.